Okay. Let's get into it. Okay.
BuzzFeed News, they wrote an article, and the title of the article is, let's see.
Let's hear it.
I'm pulling it up now. Sorry, I should have had this ready to go.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean,
okay, so BuzzFeed posted an article today that says Taylor Swift has been branded another complicit white woman after Matty Healy admitted to masturbating to hardcore pornography that degrades and humiliates black women just 3 months ago.
Just 3 months ago. And that was said on a different program.
That's on, it's not, well, it was this program.
It was
so
this
we'll be clear that it's this program, but the article gets it wrong, and it states that his appearance on the Adam Friedland show also courted controversy, which is not true.
It's not true. He wasn't on the Adam Friedland
He was on the Adam Friedland show, but he appeared during an interview in which you showed him Michael.
Yes.
That is the Adam Friedland show.
That was the extent of his appearance on the Adam Friedland show.
He also appeared on the Adam Friedland Retro Style podcast.
Yeah.
Which is now known as the Adam Friedland Show podcast.
Correct.
And
then this is the Adam Friedland Show podcast premium.
Premium, yes.
Podcast
podcast.
Premium podcast.
And I mean, look, this is obviously a heavy topic. You know, you got this whole thing goes on about black women being raped and murdered into sex slavery. And that's a heavy topic.
That is one of the heaviest topics I can think of.
And if you're going to cover something like that, I mean, it's kind of on you to do your due diligence as a journalist to make sure you get the basic facts right.
That's correct.
He didn't appear on the ad. Let's say I'm an unbiased reader, right?
Correct.
I don't know who Taylor Swift is. I don't know who Matty Healy is.
Yeah, you're learning all this for the first time.
Personally, I'm on the fence about ghetto gaggers, right? Is it good or bad? Who knows?
Yeah.
And I read this article that says that it's sex slavery, that it's abusive sex slavery, and the women are...
I've never watched it personally.
I had no idea what it was until you guys brought it up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he was the one who brought...
It is brutal. It says in here that it's brutal abuse pornography.
My word.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you're just casually reading BuzzFeed and you say, oh, I think I've heard about ghetto gaggers. Is it good or bad? And this article paints a pretty damning picture.
Sounds pretty bad to me.
Sounds pretty bad. But then I read this, that he said all this on the Adam Friedland show. And I go to YouTube and I see Ernie Hudson. I see Chris Cuomo.
You will be seeing Chris
You will
Cuomo.
be seeing. And I see Adam doing jokes about Disney World.
Right.
And I'd say, well, where's these
When
things?
asked for comment, Mickey and Goofy could not be reached. You know, like jokes like that.
Right. And if you don't see that, then you would say, oh, well, I guess they're lying. What else are they lying about?
And it degrades the issue, the very serious issue of
ghetto gaggers. Which, by the way, I mean, I know this isn't how journalism works, but for credit where credit's due, we brought it up. They wouldn't be reporting on this atrocious website if we had not highlighted.
Had Matty Healy not brought it up himself
on the Adam Friedland show.
On the Adam Friedland show, which was
the Adam Friedland show podcast,
which was then known as the Adam Friedland Show Retro Style Podcast.
Which at the time it wasn't even known as that. It was just, I think it was called Cometown at that point.
Maybe, we don't even know, but they're reporting that it's on the Adam Friedland show.
But henceforth and whence is
henceforth
the most important part.
Because the distinction is important, because the Adam Friedland show itself is a talk show that does not cover such gruesome, hairy, and downright disgusting content. It's for the family. It's an attempt for Nick and I to cross over into the mainstream, and every attempt we've made, there have been these roadblocks that have been set up.
Disney is a company.
Correct. Disney is a company.
Disney made The Little Mermaid. Disney also made The Human Centipede.
Correct.
You wouldn't watch The Human Centipede and be like, oh, you wouldn't believe what I saw in Cinderella.
Right. Exactly.
You wouldn't believe the scene in Cinderella where a Japanese guy shits into the mouth of a white woman.
And I'd say, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
I've never seen that on Cinderella.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's all Disney, isn't it?
It's all Disney. No, wrong.
Different media entities.
Right. Different verticals. I think they call them verticals. Yeah. So again, folks, let's be clear about what the Adam Friedland Show retro style podcast
All
is.
three men on the podcast laughed at the anecdote, with Nick admitting that when he first heard the story, the only part that bothered him was the fact that Matty had airplayed the porn from his phone to his TV. That is weird.
It's bizarre.
It is bizarre.
It is bizarre to watch porn at 77 inches on an OLED. Yes, that is bizarre. And you kept him honest for that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, this story.
I just feel like that's.
Coming.
I already did the journalism. I already broke the story.
Yeah.
You can't repeat the story that I broke and then be like, "Wow, can you believe that?"
You know what it reminds me of? Human Centipede.
Well, yeah.
You
kinda.
ate the shit.
I was gonna say The Insider.
Or The Insider.
I'm sort of like
Michael Mann. Yeah.
I'm who does he play in that movie? John Nash. I'm sort of John Nash.
I don't think that's
the scientist who discovers that cigarettes are bad.
No, I don't think.
And Buzzfeed is Lowell Bergman.
I think this is a Human Centipede where he defecated
He's not
in
even
your
Lowell
mouth.
Bergman. He's the other guy, the Mr. Bookman from Seinfeld.
Perhaps.
That character.
Perhaps.
I'm John Nash.
This
BuzzFeed
rocker.
BuzzFeed is Mr. Bookman.
Mr. Lowell
Bergman is Al Pacino's character.
Oh, okay.
He's a good guy.
He's the Berkeley.
He's the one who's like, what do you mean you're not going to run this store?
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I put my fucking reputation on the line. Yeah, whatever. I'm not very good. Listen, okay, but much like a Human Centipede, we had this radical punk rocker.
Who's ready for the news?
He defecated in Nick's mouth. Nick defecated it into the world. It was the poo-poo went into various Twitter stan accounts' mouths, and then was sprayed into the mouth of BuzzFeed News and all these other publications that are now getting fourth, fifth, sixth hand accounts of the story that we kind of broke. Yeah, to be honest.
And we just, I mean, it's disrespectful to our fucking show.
And we work our fucking asses off, And it's the end of the day right now. I'm fucking exhausted.
What, I'm supposed to go to war with British tabloids?
We can't win.
We can't win.
We can't win.
What do you want? An apology? For what? For what? I'm asking them, dude, what do you want?
For what?
For what?
For what?
You know what I mean?
You gotta watch the
Like,
porn.
if you're somebody that heard that anecdote, you're like, I can't believe he watches that website. It's not like, if you know what that website is because you were looking at it.
It also probably wasn't from the website. It was probably from X videos or something.
I've never heard of that website in my life.
I hadn't heard. I thought it was funny because of the alliteration.
Yeah.
GG.
I thought it was a name you made up to.
I don't even know if he was actually watching that porn. I think he was just kind of using that name. But, it's out of our hands now. It's a story that we felt comfortable printing. Yeah. We put our fucking journalistic integrity and our good names on the line, and now now our names are being tarnished, and they're confusing the Adam Friedland Show with the Adam Friedland Show podcast premium, which was previously known as the Adam Friedland Show retro.
This is funny.
Premium retro style podcast.
On the Buzzfeed article, the texts on Ghetto Gaggers and other websites describe how they trick 18-year-olds and other young women who mostly have never been in a porn film and clearly have been manipulated in some way and totally unprepared for what they're about to face. The article adds on the issue of consent. And then a stock photo of a camera.
It's good. It's good art.
Yeah, and then we'll just get a guy.
It's nice imagining
a guy doing landscape.
Al Pacino being like, "We need."
Now I want you to cut to the camera. We gotta see it. We gotta see it.
So, I mean, this thing just doesn't quit. It doesn't quit.